Hello there, welcome back. So, in this lecture, we will be learning about clustering. So, what clustering really does is it tries to group or cluster a different set of objects together based on their properties. So, suppose you have some kind of data where a raw data where there are many objects. So, what clustering algorithm really do is it tries to group all those set of data into different clusters based on their similar properties. So in clustering there are no classes defined, and it tries to group a set of objects and find whether there is some relationship between any objects or not. So suppose this is your original unclustered data. When we apply clustering in it, it will group or cluster same data together just like this. So we can do this in Power BI as well. So let's jump back to Power BI to see how this works. So for this we will take our scatter chart, we will take our product in the detail section, we will take our customer name, and we will do the clustering for sales data, sales and the quantity ordered. There you go. So let me show you how this thing really works. I will remove from legend, I will remove the customer name. Now you will see how easy it is to do the clustering here in Power BI. So I will take the customer name in the detail sections. Let's see which thing really works. So I've already taken product code, which is our products here. So what I'm really trying to do is I am trying to find where I can get the most number of data points. So I think the product code is much better than this. So this particular here is kind of an outlier which I can remove. So now let's do the clustering. So to do clustering here in Power BI, you can see the three ellipses up here. So in the scatter chart, when you click here on this, you will see the option of automatically find clusters. Just simply click on here, and when you will do that, a pop-up will appear. So it will ask you about the name, the description, and how many clusters you have to form. So suppose I have to form let's say 3 clusters of my data. So I will type in 3, click on OK. It will automatically create a measure to give me the cluster of my products. So there you go. So this is my cluster, one cluster, this is my second, this is my third cluster. So based on the properties, similar properties, because the clusters here in black, they are having some maximum number of sales, and the quantities ordered is also much. So they are our one cluster. Another cluster here is in the middle, which are having average number of sales, and the quantity order is also almost similar, and the lowest sales have been all put up in the third cluster. So this much easy it is here in Power BI to define clusters. So now what you can do is we can remove this outlier, which is kind of creating our chart in a it is not really helping much to visualize our chart like this. So what we can do here is I can remove this one. So the product code is S183232. I will, from the visual level filters, I can remove this one. So I will select all, I will just search for that particular, and I will remove it. There you go. So now you can see how good it looks like, this particular clustering chart for all the 3 different clusters. We can create any number of clusters like 5 or 10 as per our need. So this is how clustering is done in Power BI. Another way of doing clustering here in Power BI is using the custom visuals. So this was done by Power BI's own scatter chart. Another way is to use any kind of custom visual from marketplace. So I have imported some custom visuals from marketplace, like clustering with outliers. These are similar clustering charts. So you can just simply put them up here in the report, and put your values. Like for the x and y axis, I will put my both sales and the quantity ordered based on the, and my data point labels will be my products. So this will take some time to load this particular graph, but when this will be done, you will see that the automatic clustering will be done here using this particular custom visual. There you go. So what it has done here is it has put up the cluster here in the red, and there are some outliers here in the black. I will change this particular chart with the normal clustering chart. My data point label will be product code. So there are two charts which just have one difference, that this particular chart will give us some outliers as well, and this will just form the clustering. So when this will be loaded, you can see all the clustering, and once the clustering is done, you can apply some formatting here from the formatting pane. So these are some of the ways of doing clustering here in Power BI. Clustering really helps us to analyze our data when we have to group them based on certain properties. So we don't have to write any code or something like that here in Power BI. All you have to do is just select clustering feature to automatically form clusters using Power BI's inbuilt algorithms. It will automatically create those clusters for you. So that's pretty easy way of doing things up here. As I've told you, this particular custom visual takes some amount of time to do the clustering formation, but once done, here it is. This is how it will look like. It has clustered the data into 3 equal parts. Both the charts are having a little bit difference, not much, because here in the x-axis I have taken quantity ordered, as you can see, and the y there are number of sales, while in our other chart in the x-axis there is sales and the quantity order is in y-axis. So there are, just because of that, there is some difference in the formation of our visuals, but this is how clustering is done. So in the next lecture we will be taking a look about the regression technique here in Power BI. So that's all about clustering up here, and we'll meet in the next lecture. Thank you.